have got pins and needles and it's really, really bad in my foot. Hello, so welcome back to another video. Today I am going to be showing you some new Alphalete bits which are going to be releasing in May. I believe it's towards the beginning of May. Like I said last time when I had the Harmony collection new colourways first, these videos, they're like an in-depth review but like more of a sneak peek because I can't include like all the colourways that everything's launching in, every single item that's launching, because I just don't have that information right now. But I feel like getting my opinions on certain items out there earlier is probably more useful rather than doing it super close to the time. But before I show you the things, I just want to address something really quickly, which is the comments on my last Alphalete haul, which were, there was a lot of disgruntled people who weren't very happy about the shipping situation with Alphalete, and a lot of people complaining, and rightly so. Like, I completely agree that they'd been waiting like months and months for packages. I do know that like with Alphalete, like with Black Friday and with the birthday sale, they did say to allow for extra time, but you know, when you've got people saying they've waited 3 months and they don't know where the package is, things like that, I completely understand why people are getting disgruntled with the situation when it comes to shipping. And for anyone watching this who is Canadian, I know that there was issues with packages being sent back to Alphalete as well because of a border issue or something, I believe. So the Canadian issues are in the process of being addressed because they are putting up a warehouse, a distribution centre in Canada, so that you're not going to have like the import fees and all that sort of stuff, like the taxes and customs that you would have to pay if you were in Canada ordering from somewhere outside of Canada, which is obviously brilliant. I know it's taken them a while to do it, but things like this are not cheap. They cost a lot of money to do. And with shipping in general, I know that Alphalete have put out some statements regarding their US warehouse distribution centre. They're moving to somewhere bigger, and they're basically working on getting the back end of their business as fluent and as smooth as the front end of their business, because yeah, I mean, I can't ignore the comments that were left on my last video, and a lot of people were saying, and again rightly so, I completely understand, that they felt like there wasn't really much honesty from athletes on these issues, and it wasn't being addressed by people in halls. So like, you know, if you're not warning people about these sort of issues, you kind of like a joint responsibility kind of thing. And I totally get that. Like, I work with the brand, so like I understand that there is like a level of responsibility that I have. On the other hand, I just don't understand the back end fully because that's not my role. Like, I'm very far removed from that. I'm not saying that to like shirk any responsibility at all. That's why I'm addressing in this video and speaking to you about the shipping and stuff, because I do accept that there is a certain level of responsibility that I have to be like transparent and open and honest with you all. Just over a year ago, I was still buying from Alphalete. Whilst I never had any of these issues, I 100% know that I would be very disgruntled if I was facing them. So the shipping issues seem to be getting ironed out. So yeah, I'm really sorry if you have had an issue with Alphalete and their shipping. I completely understand everyone's concerns and complaints, and that's why I just wanted to address it before I get into the video. So from the things that are dropping in May that I've got, it just looks like it's going to be more lounge kind of bits rather than like gym wear. It's mainly the Identity collection, the Pro Elite collection, and the premium collection joggers that I have to show you. So we've got some joggers, we've got some jackets, we've got some tops, we've got some shorts, and I'm just going to get into it and show you all. I'm going to go by collection because I just feel like that's easier. So I'm going to go over the Identity collection first. Hello, it's Amy from the end of the video, so if my voice sounds a bit husky, that's why. Just letting you know that if you don't know already, I do have a support code with Alphalete, which is just Amy. If you are ever using it when you're shopping, message me on Instagram so I can say thank you, because I always say thank you and I always want to see what everyone's got and have a little nosy. It goes without saying, I literally would not be able to do these videos or work with the brand if people didn't support me. But yeah, if you are shopping and you want to use my code, it's just Amy. You pop it in at the checkout, and yeah. So I'm just going to go over the cargo joggers first. These have dropped before, but I have not reviewed them on here before just because my packages I got all messed up last time and it was just a big fat mess, to be honest. So cargo joggers, I have these in the colour Pavement, which is basically like a really dark purple grey sort of colour, if that makes sense. And then I also have them in this ivory colour, which is just cream. They're showing up a little bit lighter on camera actually than they are in person. They're a little bit darker and they are an ivory colour, so yeah, ivory cream. you know the drill. So because I've not reviewed these before, I will just run you through the like features and stuff. So yeah, they've got a drawstring on the waistband, which is obviously completely adjustable to however you want it to fit. You can pull it tight or you can wear it looser. The drawstring is on the outside. I personally do prefer a drawstring to be on the inside, just because I feel like it looks a bit neater, but I wouldn't say this is to the point where I think, oh, I'm not going to wear these because it's got a drawstring on the outside. And then it's got a lot of pockets because it's a cargo style, so you've got two very deep pockets here. You can fit quite a lot of stuff in those, and then you've got a pocket on the side of the leg here, the exact same on the other side, apart from on this side it has like the rubberized detailing. So yeah, that's on the right hand side, and then on the back you've got two bum pockets, both again velcro openings. Now when I saw these when they originally dropped, I was like, not really sure about the velcro openings, not gonna lie, not really sure how I feel about that. I just thought it looked a little bit cheap. But then I tried them because I've had the black pair since they launched basically, and I actually really like them, and even Dan was like, they actually look really nice, like you should actually wear those more. I am typically more like, if I'm going to wear joggers, I will wear like an oversized pair rather than like a tight pair, but as tight pairs of like joggers or chill pants go, these are actually really good. So I wear an extra small in these. For reference, because I will get asked this, I am a 32DD bra size. I don't know my measurements at the moment because I haven't been measuring myself, not in a very good place of like body image, but we're not going to talk about that. Last time I measured, it was 24 inches around my waist and about 39 inches around my glutes, and I am 5'6" with a 28-inch leg, and I wouldn't size up or size down. These are a tight fitting jogger on me. Like if you want a looser fit, definitely size up, but I personally quite like this. I'm not gonna lie, I like the way that these fit, being a little bit tighter, and they make the really quite flattering on your bum. So at the bottom they're not like cuffed or anything, it basically just goes into the same material, and lengthwise these come up to about where these leggings come up to on me. I personally would love to see Alphalete with things like this offer two length options, just because I feel like with things like joggers, you can't really just have one universal length, especially if it's a tight fitting jogger. If it's an oversized jogger, you can get away with it because you just roll the cuff up if it's too long. But with these you can't really get away with that, and if you're super tall, these are going to look a little bit strange. They might hit, like if you were really tall, these might hit like on your calf. I definitely prefer this colour to the pavement colour. Only issue with this is you can't tell when they're off, but when they're on, they're not sheer, they're not see-through, but this part of the material, so where the pockets aren't, basically looks significantly lighter than where the pockets are when you have these on, and I just feel like it looks a little bit strange and it makes them look a little bit cheap, and it's annoying because I definitely prefer this colour to the pavement colour. Purples are not really my jam. And yeah, I wear an extra small, and if you are getting a pair, I personally would stay true to size, unless you want a more oversized fit, in which case size up. Okay, so then we've got the Identity Pro crop hoodie in ivory, essentially to match the cargo pants and the shorts that I'm going to show you in a second. So it's quite cropped. It's not super cropped, but it is a little cropped. It's got like a hem at the bottom, so it's not like raw cut or anything. It's got some seams on the front just to add a bit more detail, as you can see. Crosses over at the front around the neck. There's no drawstring in this, but there's more than enough room to get your head through it. Trust me, I've got a bit of a fat head and my head can get through it no problem without getting makeup on it, may I add. God, the lighting is really not helping me today. It's just got this rubberized writing down the back, which is basically behind the neck. So I have this in a size small. Not gonna lie, I would definitely go with maybe a medium or even a large. You know how I feel about sleeves. If I'm wearing something like this, I want to feel cozy. I want to be able to pull them over my hands and be like, the sleeves just feel a lot shorter than the other like jackets and stuff that Alphalete do. Not 100% sure why, but it just seems to fit a bit small in my opinion. So I would definitely go with a medium for me for this. It's so hard to describe the feel of the material because it's the same across all the products. Like a dense cotton that's really, really, really soft. I imagine if you chewed it, which I'm not going to do that, it would squeak, if that makes sense. That's the best way I can describe it, and I know it's probably a terrible explanation for the vast majority of people, but if your brain works like mine, that's how I describe it. And when I think of chewing the material, it makes me cringe a little bit. So yeah, it's just like a super thick, stretchy, brushed cotton, very, very soft. These are by far like the softest joggers, hoodies and shit that Alphalete do. And then onto the Identity Pro track jacket. I don't believe these have launched before. Oh no, they have. I swear they launched like a burgundy colour before, but I've just got this in black. The details will show in the try on clip. So it's got a little logo on the left hand side, again rubberized, 2 zip pockets over your boob area, and then it's got 2 pockets around the stomach area which are not zip up, so they're not like as secure. On the back it's just got the rubberized text again, which again would sit behind the hood. So like if I show you, if your hood's down, you're not even going to see it. I'm not even going to beat around the bush here. I don't personally like this. This material to me should stay to hoodies and joggers. It should not be put in a zip up jacket. I don't know if that's just me, but it just feels wrong. This in a small is way, way, way too big on me. I would personally like probably like a double extra small in this, just because it just doesn't fit right. It makes me look really like shapely. It's not very flattering. It's a good length, to be fair, in a size small. Like it's not at that like weird length where it sits like just above your hips. Like it comes past your hips. It's a very good length jacket, but for me personally this is just not something that I am personally interested in. Okay, so now on to one of probably, I think these are my favourite thing of the Identity collection, which is the Identity Pro Joggers. Now these are absolutely, these are perfect. These are, so this is in the halogen blue colour, so it's like a really like baby blue. Like it's just a really, really pretty blue. It's like a powder. These joggers are a lot more plain than the cargo version. So you've got the drawstring, which is again on the outside. I think this waistband just looks a little bit neater. I don't know why, because they pretty much are the same. They're not the same. So because this one is like crinkled along the waistband, this one isn't. Not on the outside anyway, it looks it a bit on the inside. I just feel like this looks a lot smarter and it looks a lot better. So yeah, I wear an extra small in these as well. The pockets are zippable and you can put plenty of stuff in there. Let me feel the depth of the pocket again just to check. Yeah, you can get plenty of stuff in that pocket. It's nice and deep. You can fit your phone in there, your keys, all that sort of stuff. So you've got 2 zip pockets at the front, and then on the back you've got 2 bum pockets which are not zipped, but I mean I don't personally put anything in my back pocket anyway. I just feel like a bit of a risk, and also men in England are weird. I don't want to draw any more attention to my rear end than it already draws in itself. Do you know what I mean? And then I think this detail on the back is what makes these so flattering, but there's like a hem, a seam. Why can I not remember the word seam today? What is wrong with me? There's like a seam that basically runs across the bum at the back, and it's just really, really flattering. And then down the side again we've got some rubberized writing. Again, common with all the Identity collection. I absolutely love these. I would not size up or down in these. They do give you a little bit of like a camel toe. I feel like if I sized up to a small I maybe wouldn't get that, but I just really, really like how these fit in an extra small. Yeah, I'm gonna say it. These are my favourite thing from this entire collection of stuff that I'm gonna show you. Okay, so then on to the Identity shorts. These have launched before and I have them for the May drop in ivory and the halogen blue. Again, I wear an extra small in these. These run big in my opinion, quite big on my waist, and they don't have a drawstring so you can't like cinch them in or anything. When these came out everyone was saying, oh, these are like super, super flattering, like everyone seemed to be loving them, and I just feel a bit left out because I just don't like like I wear these, like I've worn these already, they've been in the washer. I've worn these to like lounge around the house in, but like they're not flattering. Like I wouldn't really want to leave my house in these if I'm being completely honest. They make me look really, really weird in like the bum area because it's like they're too big on my waist and then they go tight over my bum and then they just kind of like drop down. Like they don't really fit around the bottom of my bum, they just go loose, which obviously it's a very, very comfortable fit for lounging around in, which is the purpose of these shorts. I don't believe these were made for like doing sprints or going to the gym or doing much in, to be honest. And yeah, they run big, but I wouldn't go down to a double extra small because the bottom of my bum cheek is already borderline hanging out, so I couldn't really size down in these. Everyone was saying they're really flattering, and on me they're just not. I feel really left out. They've got a very, very, very plain front. They do give you a little bit of a camel toe, by the way, just saying. They've got a very, very plain front, and it kind of like curves at the bottom. The hem is curved, as you can see, and then at the back it's got these like seam details again, and then again we've got the identity tag on the side, and it kind of comes like up into like a little V at the side. Yeah, I don't really have much else to say on those other than I'm just a little bit sad because everyone else seems to love them and I don't get it. Okay, so moving on to some Pro Elite Joggers. Again, these have dropped before, they're just coming in new colorways. So I have the color Quiet Shade, which has launched in some other things that Alphalete have done. I think it was the Alpha Look collection, so like the harmony bits, that they have some Quiet Shade bits in, so if you want to like match with sports bras and stuff, you absolutely bloody can. And I have them in black and gold as well. I have reviewed these before, but I will run you over the features very, very quickly. So with these, the drawstring is on the inside, has pockets on the front, it just says Alphalete down the side on the left hand side there. It has a seam down the middle, which yes, these do give you a little bit of a camel toe, not gonna lie. If it went up to a small, I could probably avoid it, but yeah, these do give a little bit of a camel toe. On the back there is some like seam details, as you can see, which I think are meant to make it more flattering on the booty. I haven't tried a pair of these that don't have that, so I can't say if it does or not, but they do make your bum look pretty sensational. And then on the bottom you've just got a cuff, so at the front you can't tell it's cuffed, and then at the back, boom, cuff. So this is the Quiet Shade colour, and then I have them in black and gold as well. So I wear an extra small in these. The fit is the same between the colours, like there's no differences in the way that it fits whatsoever. These fit very, very much like a legging on me, and I just feel like having a little bit more room, especially at the top, might be a bit more comfortable in these joggers for me. I've got pins and needles and it's really, really bad in my foot. So yeah, I personally would say if you are between sizes, because to be honest, like my bum and my legs and stuff are more of a size small, I more get an extra small for the waist. I would say if you're between sizes, you could probably go with the size up if you don't want them to be like skin tight and you just want a bit more of a comfortable fit. I don't hate the extra small on me. I don't think, oh my god, I definitely need to size up, these were hard to get on or anything like that. Just for my preference, these fit very much like a legging, and I just feel like they might look a little bit better. They were just a tiny bit looser. They're a tailored jogger anyway, so they're never going to be like super baggy, but I just feel like having a little bit more room around like the top of my legs and my bum might be a bit more flattering. Black with the gold detailing, I'm just not a fan. I just don't really think black and gold looks good together. I hope that don't offend anyone who does. I mean, if you love the black and gold colourway, go for it, but for me personally, I just don't really like it. I'm not a huge fan. Finally, we've got two more pairs of joggers. Christ, I'm all jogged out, and these are the premium V2 joggers. Performance-ish material, kind of like has that like sleek feeling to it rather than like a cottony feel. It's much more of like a sleek, smoother feel. I have these in black plum and cabernet. I don't know how you say that, but a nice dark red colour in my vocabulary. Drawstring is back to being on the outside. It's not on the inside, it's not tucked away. So the drawstring is on the outside, completely adjustable. You can pull this as tight or as loose as you would want. Alphalete on the side, so that we're back to the rubberized logos rather than the stick-on, which is with the previous joggers that I've just showed you. And that is pretty much, that is the only branding that there is on these joggers. There's no other branding, so these are a super subtle pair of joggers. On the back you just got the seam that kind of like curves down like it did on the identity joggers that I showed you. It does have a front seam again, so you do get a little bit of a camel toe if you pull them up high like I do, because I have a very long stomach. These do have more of a cuff on the bottom, but it's not super tight. I complained before that some of their joggers were just so tight on my ankle, like it felt like it was cutting off my blood circulation. They seem to have rectified that issue now, because I just don't have a problem with things being super tight on my ankle anymore. I wear an extra small in these, and actually I'm happy with an extra small in these. I would say these fit a little less super like tight as the previous joggers that I've just showed you. These are definitely a slightly bigger fit. Just a couple things to mention lastly, and then I'm shutting up because no one wants to hear me ramble. No one wants to hear me ramble anymore. But they do have some more accessories now. This resistance band dropped a couple of months ago now, so this has been out for a while, but they did send me a new baby blue one. I don't know where it is though, I can't find it. I think it must be in my gym bag, and my gym bag's in my car, and I've got pins and needles, so I can't go and get it for you because my foot's in pain. But it's the same as this, so it's still got like the Alphalete logo with, it's like a very thick thing. Like this is not just gonna like peel off, it's like a rubber, it's on there, it's staying on there. Do you know what I mean? And they all have this on the inside, which I just think, yes, because it stops the resistance band slipping around on your legs. It's not like sticky or anything, so it's not going to like ruin your leggings. I personally do think it's worth spending a little bit more on bands and getting a hip circle type of thing. Basically this is more of a hip circle where it's material rather than using rubber bands, because I haven't used rubber bands in years. They're a bit shit. They stretch out a lot quicker than material ones do, which means the resistance gets lower, and obviously they're more prone to breaking, so it's probably worth spending a little bit more and getting yourself a material band, in my opinion, because it'll last longer. And also a barbell pad. I've been testing this out. The gym's opened yesterday, but I've had like 170 kilograms to work with from home for my hip thrusts, so I've been testing this out since I got it. It's a bloody good barbell pad. I can't really complain. I've only had it a couple of weeks, so I'm not going to say like it doesn't break, it doesn't rip, because it does feel, it feels a lot softer than some of my other ones, I'm not gonna lie, but it still offers you very good protection. Like I've been doing like 140, 150 kilogram hip thrusts with these, and I've literally had no issues whatsoever. But yeah, this has been doing a pretty decent job at protecting my little hip. So yeah, that's everything I have to show you. Like I said, I do have a support code with Alphalete, which is just Amy, so if you're ever shopping when these bits drop in May or anytime before then do let me know if you do decide to use my code. Obviously it means a lot to me. Wouldn't be able to work with them if people didn't use it. Like, there's no two ways about it. So I do really appreciate anyone who does use it, and if you do use it, always let me know, because I always want to say thank you. And if you have DM'd me over the past couple of weeks saying you've used it, I've been getting back to my DMs. Send it again so I can say thank you, because I never want anyone to think I'm being intentionally rude and not replying. I always make sure I eventually respond to every single person, but at the moment it's just not feasible for me to sit for an hour every single day and go through my Instagram DMs. I just don't have time right now. Uni is really crushing my soul. Work has been very busy with the gyms reopening. I've had a lot of like client plans and stuff to sort out. But yeah, I would also just recommend following me on Instagram anyway, which is just amyrookes, just so that when this stuff drops I will probably have more information closer to the time on what's coming in what colorways, or anything extra that might be dropping that I might have missed that I haven't had to show you. I just thought it'd be nice to do a little bit of a sneak peek video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it helpful. And yeah, if you've got any questions about any of the items or anything like that, leave them in the comments down below and I will go through and make sure I'm helping everyone. Sizing, questions about previous items that aren't even in this video, just leave them below. We can have a chit chat and I will help you out. But yeah, I'm gonna go now because I'm getting pins and needles in my other foot. Goodbye.